speak first. Okay, so I can speak first?
Yes.
Okay, so I have this speech prepared.
You can stand up on like the
Where?
top area, I guess. This slightly lifted area.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Fellow delegates, we've met here today to speak about the status and the future of the state of Switzerland. To this, I say that Switzerland is a wealthy and prosperous individual nation-state, which has shown us throughout its history, which spans many decades and centuries, that it can function as one coherent entity, not favoring one of its three main ethnic groups over the others. Why not think of what we can take from Switzerland when we can learn what we can learn from Switzerland? As the major nations of the world, we all have our minority groups. The Asian peoples of Indochina and the Arabians in France, the Czechs and Slovaks in my dual monarchy, and the Poles in the easternmost frontiers of the Kaiserreich. If we could treat these people with more respect, then we would certainly find our societies enriched, rather than bickering over a small, isolated mountain nation. This concludes my speech.
I clap. Speech. Great speech. Okay.
Thank you. Okay,
Yes.
who's next?
Now it's the Kaiser or Emperor. I don't know. What are you? You've never stated your new rank in the German Empire.
You just ruined the whole RP thing, you know. Like,
Cousin far removed.
let's not invite him to the next conference, Lucas.
Huh? Some nationalism, right? Yeah.
Alright, Lucas, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Or actually, let's let Refer speak. Refer, you can speak, actually. You know what? You just do it.
Okay,
Who just shot a gun in here?
Hey, shots fired. Alfred Hugenberg, can you take off your armor, please? To make this more formal. Okay, so, today, we have met with the Swiss nation and the major empires surrounding the Swiss Confederation. Also, we have some guests like Eggen, Marcy, and the Senate Prophet here to listen. Well, the goal of this conference is to reach an agreement about the independence and the borders of the Swiss Confederation. So to begin, I would like to talk about the Swiss borders. As Crest mentioned, the Swiss borders are inhabited by...
Point of privilege. My name is Trajan Kasievich. Continue.
Yeah, Trajan. As Trajan mentioned earlier, within Switzerland there lie many...
Pardon the interruption, there has been a hostile attack.
Okay, there's another one, bro.
What?
Okay, that's better. Okay. As Chris mentioned, within Switzerland there lies a good amount of ethnic Italian, German, Austrian, and French citizens and inhabitants. While there is no hiding that each of these nations want to not necessarily annex, but connect with these ethnic peoples of their own nation. But there is a reason that the Swiss Confederation has the borders that it has today. The reason the Swiss Confederation has not integrated into any major empire is because the empires around Switzerland have mutually agreed that the main reason for Switzerland existing is that it is there to preserve peace and to be a neutral bloc between the major empires of Europe. And I believe, as the Emperor of France, that the independence of the Swiss nation should be held, and that Switzerland should remain neutral in any foreign conflicts that surround it, to ensure that its status as a peaceful nation to block any type of conflict in Europe is kept, and to ensure that peace in Europe will remain prosperous in the near future. So I was going to write a book here for people to sign, but I guess we have to improvise.
All in favor.
Like your,
all in favor of keeping Switzerland the way it is right now, say aye in the chat text message right now.
I would like for us to agree to all have a non-aggression pact with Switzerland, lasting for 10 days from now, which will be renewed if we all agree on it. I also wish that we all guarantee the independence of the Swiss Confederation, and we all agree to not make any attempts to infiltrate or ally with the Swiss Confederation to keep its status as a neutral nation in Europe.
Objection. I believe that rather than keep it as what?
Now you speak.
I believe that we ought not to keep it as a neutral nation, but let Switzerland decide its own fate for itself. Rather than let us decide, why don't we let them decide? It's really not up to us, and no matter what we say, we can't exactly control what they do and what they want. Now, I agree that we should all form an alliance and a promise of peace with Switzerland, but that is not to say that they should not have their rights to align themselves as they choose. We ought not to project our influence on the other nations of the world, especially the minor ones, of which concern us, admittedly, very little. We should focus more on the more drastic measures at hand, such as slave trading in the Ottoman Empire and the colonization of Africa. This concludes my objection.
I understand your objection to want us to focus on more major problems currently within the world, but I feel that we have to start small to eventually build up to solving major problems.
I agree with you.
Who's talking?
Okay, hear me.
We can't.
Your mic is quiet.
Just use the chat.
Yeah, you're a bit silent.
Yes. Okay, sorry, but as you stated, that we should not control Switzerland's path to the future, but I believe that we should not try to ally them in any sense of conflict. If there is a conflict, we should not try to make Switzerland join our side to aid us in that conflict. Yes, Switzerland should be able to ask to ally with us, but we should not want to ally with them. We should try to keep their nation neutral. I feel that, yes. If a nation allies Switzerland, it removes their status as a neutral power to keep conflict from happening. If Switzerland wants to ally with others, that is fine, but us major European empires should not seek to ally with the Swiss Confederation, unless they want to. Yes, now it's the president of Switzerland, I presume. Time to
Naomi Hauser.
have a speech. Yes.
That's the RP name. I'll read this speech aloud once it's posted. Oh, wait. Okay, would you like me to read this aloud? My name is Naomi Hauser, President of the Swiss Confederation. It's an honor to stand with you today. The nature of this meeting was unexpected, but from what I've heard, this can and seemingly already has been peacefully resolved.
Yes.
Is there more? Let me begin by saying that while it is a pleasure to visit the wonderful Empire Français, I am disappointed in the fact that we were not contacted sooner. On more mundane terms, both Germany and Austria can attest to Switzerland's habit of being generous. There's more, by the way. Just post the rest of it, Refer, because I have to go in a minute. To its neighbors, that being said, I have brought a gift for each country, here today as a token of friendship. I'm sure you can all recognize Switzerland as the multicultural community that it is. We house more than 3 different ethnic groups within our borders and have successfully maintained equality and tranquility among them. Yes, it was a slow journey to achieve.
Oh, there goes I see.
Something that they could not do divided. Therefore, let me say that although Switzerland comprises cultures from all 3 of your nations, none of you truly have a claim to its people, land, or resources. This is because it was the people who decided to form something new, something stronger. They had a dream of unification beyond what any treaty could accomplish, and worked their whole lives to see it. On behalf of my forefathers, their accomplishments, and the future Switzerland has in this world, leave our borders intact and let our countries grow stronger alongside each other. Now, outside of RP, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have to go, so can we do the vote now?
Okay, can sorry, Noemi Hauser, but I need to just finalize the vote. Okay. So, put I in the chat to the people
who think that we should leave Switzerland alone?
What do the people?
You just cut out.
Okay, just say I in the chat if you believe that we should not partition Switzerland and just leave it alone as it is now and form an alliance or non-aggression pact with it.
Yeah. Basically, non-aggression pact till the 13th of May, and also to guarantee their independence, and not try to directly ally with them, but accept it if they want to ally with you.
Okay.
Also to give up all claims within the Swiss Confederation.
Okay, yes. Okay, waiting, hurry. Lewandowski. Okay.
Well, where is Lewandowski?
He left, but I don't really care. We have a majority. Alright, thank you for attending this conference, everyone.
Yes.
To a brighter, more peaceful future.